Izomor, I'm the MD of MG Vowgas Group. We are a fabrication and EPC company. They always refer to me as Mr. Local Content because we are one of the beneficiaries of this art, and we always want to be part and parcel of what ES NCDMB is doing in the oil and gas industry.
Experience sort of entering into refinery business, and generally what we want to know is, or what I'd like you to please share with us is whether the regulations are helping indigenous players like Vowgas leverage on its relationships with foreign partners to ensure that technology retention, the technology and skill transfer. What models are you using to ensure that retention following transfer?
Okay, thank you. Technology cannot be only transferred. Nobody transfer technology. We must be intentional to see that you copy or you steal it. So nobody is going to give it to you in a platter of gold. I was telling you, when we were doing installing our furnace, we need gas regulations instrument. And what do? When we write to a company in Italy, the quote was almost the same amount of the furnace. So my Indian staff now advised me that we can get a second hand from India. So we bought the second hand from India for $30-something thousand. We dismantled it and see all the components inside. Because it's fabrication, the gas drain is totally like a heat exchanger using stainless steel to drive the hose inside the gas drain. So we dismantled it. Seeing what it was inside, we decided to go and buy stainless steel and motors and fabricate a new one. The only thing, the only thing we did was to invite some guys from Schneider to do the panel for us, which was the only way. And we have installed it, we have tested it, it's working. So technology must be intentional. You must not, nobody is going to give it to you. I have employed Americans, I have employed Europeans. They will not show you anything. They will not. They will tell you, they will do presentation, but tell them to put it practical. You will not get it. So we must be intentional in this area. It's good for us to begin to think like them. There is not a rocket science. They are not spirit, they are human. So what we need to do is to see how we can steal their technology. China have done it. China have done it. And China is very good. China have done it, and China are good, are even more better. China stole IT technology from America. Now China advanced their technology in ICT to 5G, while America was still using 4G. So it's not something that we have to talk about still technology transfer. That is outside that. MG Vowgas. MG Vowgas. There is something we are doing with trying to set up a modular refinery. And a modular refinery is 100% fabrication. There is nothing like refining is 100% fabrication. Apart from the valve and instrumentations and everything there is fabrication totally. So what we do, the only problem we have is that we don't have strong engineering design system up to now. Everybody still know that even those companies that claim that they are specialists in engineering design, they still rely on America and India and the rest of them to do their job. And all of us, we are still doing it. Because those technology, they can't give it. But when we were discussing with the partners that are designing our refinery, with the financier of the refinery, we did something. What we tell the partners is that the local content in our country will not allow them to fabricate the refinery outside Nigeria. So they said, how many percentage? Because all over the world, they know about the local content. They know. They are aware of the local content. So once you tell them, because they want to make money from Africa, they will tell you, okay, so how many percentage? I said, 100%. So they said, no, they can't do 100%. I said, why? He said, because the column, they will not fabricate the column in Nigeria. And I know why. Because that is the only thing that is the problem in refining. Outside that, where you have all the separators and the rest of and the internals. Outside that, there is nothing in modular refinery. The rest is for the tanks and all the pipes and the processing aspect of the refining. So they said they must fabricate that. So the financier now asked a question, the bank. They say, how many percentage will that represent? They said between 18 and 20%. Then I said, yes, okay, but I will go back to the local content to discuss with them. If they will allow you, tell them, because I don't know, yes, we can do it, we agree with them. So finally, after 2 weeks, we set up the meeting, and I just give them an informative answer that yes, we have discussed, we can set that aside, that the remaining 80% must be fabricated in country. And we have succeeded in forcing them to sign that agreement with us. That is what and that was intentional because we want to steal the So what is there is that we should be intentional and we must commend local content, because today you always see MG Vowgas, yes, but 10 years, 20 years ago, the story is different. And that is why we, as indigenous company, support NCDMB, especially area of enforcement, because the IOC, when NCDMB was talking yesterday, he was pointing to share. You are not complying to certain regulations, and those are some of the things that we must support them to implement, because they are very slippery, as you say. No, the IOCs are slippery. If you don't tackle them, if it is not NCDMB, we can't be saying some of these things. They have one system and they have trained our own people to know how to move every regulation. They will know how to go around every regulation. They train them. And you will ask yourself, are these guys not Nigerians? They are Nigerians. But we must support the NCDMB. We must make sure that we support them to implement all the 7 ministerial regulations and let them implement it to the letter, so that there must be penalty for some of the sub-action of these regulations. So when the IOC begin to see some of these things, they will sit up. And when they sit up, more jobs will come to Nigerians. More work will be done inside country. Outside that, training. MG, we have been training in different countries. Norway. One of my staff, in collaboration with Technical FMC, was trained in Norway. I have trained my engineering department in India, and our technical, we have 2 personnel today doing the detail engineering with the company that is designing, the American company designing the refinery for us. So it's a continuous something. It's not something that you must finish in one day, but training is also expensive. When it comes to in fabrication in the area we operate, training is so expensive that when you tell a company, when you send one company to one of your staff to anywhere in the world, you are talking of nothing less than $15,000 to $20,000. And that amount, when you hear it, is converted to local black market rate. How many of them can you train? So we have a system that we are going to design to make sure that you train the trainer. When you train the trainer, you can send one person. That person will come in and duplicate that same training to several of them. So that is the strategy we have employed over time. But kindly, we have progressed from the level where we started in 2000 as a company in 2009. MG Vowgas started in 2009. Today, people will say that, oh, we build a fabrication, is what we have an issue. We cannot be thinking of refining. We cannot be thinking of fabricating some of those things in country. So, as in us, we send a list of subcontractors to them. And they want us to go, my local content manager said, that is the new law. I said, okay, so why I'm saying this is that some of these laws with indigenous companies, yes, you know the economy of the country right now. It's very good to us, and also the industry have never been so down for the past 8 to 10 years. The industry is so down that if NCDMB start implementing some of those, implementing this 7 ministerial regulation as it concerns local companies, we are going to have issues because there is no money anyway. There is no money. So even if you fine us, even if you fine us, we can't pay. So you see, we believe that they can gradually implement that aspect of it, so that it will take time for most of us to understand some of these things. Then, because you see, FROS have tried it, and they have not succeeded. FROS wrote us a letter that we have not complied with. I said that we collect our money from source. He said, no, that is not what they are talking about. Our subcontractors have not seen them paying tax. I said, our subcontractors. we don't have subcontractors. The people that we suppliers, they are traders. They are not subcontractors. They are traders, and traders have no address. Traders have no address. So they now said, okay, they will fine me. I said, if you fine me, what do you want us to? They fine me about 150 million. That we have, because we did not collect VAT from our suppliers. After 3 months, I wrote to them that, okay, now all suppliers said they don't want to supply. We should come to their shop to buy. So now, how are we going to do the business so that you can collect your tax? So I wrote back to them. They said we should go and tell them that, okay, when we are buying from them in the market, the invoice, they should put their address and this thing. I said the invoice. We have the invoice, but the address, most of them, they are not good address. Whether if the address there is maybe a local address or one community address. So here's what I'm only trying to say is that some of our subcontractors, you know, the issue of community in our operation. Community is a vital thing, a vital component of our operation in the oil and gas industry. And there is no community you will go to and you want to work and they will not ask you to pay, or they will not want to. For example, we were doing intervention for NGC in their flow line. They were bust, and we want to repair the line. The community said that they must supply the bag, the tugboat, the swambogi. So some of these things, they have no receipt. Community have no receipt. So if the task people come, and we show them the receipt. This is the receipt of the community. Where are you going to trace the community to? In the water or where? So we believe that some of this regulation, you people will temper, as it concerns local company. We are not talking like that. As it concerns the local company. The IOC, if there is work, if they begin to release work, it means we can easily pay the penalty. And we implement some of those things. It's just that there is no money, there is no job, so we cannot continue. When there is no job, where are you going to get money to pay some of those penalties? That is my contribution. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you very, very much for the insight.